Hello, fifth grade. I'm so excited to be here with you today. So today we're going to do second step lesson number 4, and today is all about predicting feelings. And so when I think about predicting feelings, I think about empathy and how our ability to understand how someone else is feeling can really help us in our communication with people and our relationships with people. So let's get started. And really quickly, before we get started, let's go over our affirmations. So you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. You're going to definitely see me not being perfect whenever we do these lessons. You're always welcome. We're going to have fun. The best view comes after the hardest climb. And be brave, be kind, be grateful, and remember, lead on, because you guys are the wonderful fifth graders at our school, so you guys are our leaders, okay? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So today we're continuing second step lessons, and we'll be doing them every single week. Last week we talked about being assertive. For this lesson today, we're going to learn about predicting emotions. Over the next several days, you're going to be learning about practicing skills to improve learning, along with others, getting along with others, managing emotion, and solving problems. Okay? All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is do a little review, and we're going to play the Walk, Walk, Walk music video, and then when you hear the phrase, try to understand, we're going to see how many times that we hear that, okay? Try to understand. Walk in their shoes. Empathy is what we're saying. Recognize those feelings. You felt them too. That's empathy. You see, she's getting angry. You felt that feeling too. Embarrassed, jealous, scared, strong emotions through and through. Empathy's the pathway to recognize and walk, so you can dish out some compassion and really walk the talk. People showing strong feelings, what do you do? Show them that you get it. Treat them with kindness through and through. You gotta walk, walk, walk. Walk in their shoes. Take a look. See what they're seeing. Walk, walk, walk. Walk in their shoes. Try to understand what it would feel like to be them. You gotta walk, walk, walk. Walk in their shoes. Empathy is what we're saying. Recognize those feelings and reach out to. Okay, so I think we heard try to understand twice. Give me a thumbs up if you agree. Awesome. Okay, let's keep going. So we're going to review the skills that we've learned so far. So the first one is being assertive. So you have to face the person that you're talking to, keep your head and shoulders back, use a calm and firm voice, and use respectful words. And then for empathy, it's feeling or understanding what someone else is feeling. So looking at their face and body for clues. What's their point of view? How do they feel? How can we help? What's a kind thing that you can say? And compassion is empathy in action. So we've learned a lot so far. And then today, remember, today is number 4. Okay? Here we go. So now we're going to go over our classroom rules. Just to review how we can set up a really good workspace, and we're going to just go right into the video. So virtual classroom rules. Be on time. Turn your camera on. Mute your microphone unless it's your turn to speak. Raise your hand if you want to say something. Use a hand signal if there's a need to go to the comfort room. Remain seated unless you're asked to stand. Do not do other tasks while the class is ongoing. Attend online class prepared to participate. If there's a weak internet connection, see lessons and activities posted in the Google Classroom. This is recorded on our YouTube channel. And then also, let's follow the rules. All right, you guys are awesome. I already know that you're doing this. So let's keep going. Okay, so I'm super excited about this. This is our brain builder. So we're going to practice our listening skills with the brain builder. And we're going to mouth our answers and write them down and hold them up so we know that you guys are listening. So we're going to guess the movie this time. And you can mouth your answer or you can write your answer down and hold it up. It's all about what you decide to do. So here we go. Can you guess the animated movie from the emojis? Okay, here's number one. Okay. So we have a zoo, we have a toe, and then we have a P, and we have an A. So I'm wondering what that could be. I think I know what it is. If you know what it is, give me a thumbs up. You can hold it up, or you can mouth it, but I'm going to mouth it. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up. It's Zootopia! If you got it right, give me a silent cheer. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Here's number two. Okay. So we have a leg, an O, and a bat, and a man. I think I just said it out loud. If you think you know what it is, give me a thumbs up. Yep. There you go, Batman. If you got it, give me a silent cheer. All right, we're gonna do the next one, number three, and then we're gonna pause it here. Okay. I think I know what this one is. But it's different this time because there's a chef, a rat, and cheese. But I think I know what the movie is, even with the pictures. I see some people that might know what it is too. Ratatouille! If you got it, give me a silent cheer. Woo! And yeah, look at all these really cool ones. There's a guess the board game, a snack, a cartoon, ice cream flavor. We'll do a lot of those. It'll be really fun. Okay, so now that you've done a brain builder, we're gonna do an activity to start with before we do our discussion in our video. So, you can show me on your face what the feeling is going to be. We're gonna do this a little bit differently. So we're gonna do an activity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these sentences, and instead of writing your feeling word, you're going to show me the feeling that you might feel on your face. If you're uncomfortable doing that, you can write the feeling word and you can hold it up, or you can mouth it to me. Okay? But the fastest way is probably going to be just you showing the feeling. So remember, today's lesson is about predicting feelings. So we're going to predict feelings from these phrases. Here we go. If I complimented my partner on writing a good poem, then he or she might feel. Give me a thumbs up if you think happy. Awesome. And remember, the feeling words are down here. So if you asked my partner to play soccer with a big group of friends or kids at recess, then he or she might feel, could be happy, glad. I see some happy faces. Nice. Okay. If you made a funny face while your partner was giving a serious report, then he or she might feel, ooh, there's a lot of them. Maybe amused, maybe nervous, maybe uncomfortable, maybe angry. It depends, right? It depends on who you are or who's giving the presentation. I think if I have a friend, a best friend that I have from high school, and we do that to each other sometimes. We make each other laugh, and sometimes it's funny, and sometimes we have to really say to stop because it'll mess up our presentation. Okay, so here's another one. If I worked with my partner on a difficult math problem, then he or she might feel, ooh, I think grateful. If you agree, give me a thumbs up. Nice. Okay, if I made a joke about my partner's new shoes, then he or she might feel, ooh, yeah, making a joke about somebody's clothes or what they're wearing. Show me what you think they might feel. I'm seeing some frustrated faces, some disrespected faces. Yeah, I would think disrespected, frustrated, annoyed, uncomfortable, nervous. If you invited your partner to a big birthday party, then he or she might feel, I think, grateful again. Give me a thumbs up if you think so. Yeah, I agree. So if you joined in on a conversation and my partner was having with one other person, then he or she might feel, ooh, maybe uncomfortable. It depends, right? You have to use the cues. They're called context clues or context cues to see how they might feel. Okay? And then another one is, I talked to my partner during silent reading time, then he or she might feel, ooh, maybe angry, frustrated, uncomfortable, a little nervous to get in trouble. Give me a thumbs up if you agree. So guys, just by doing this activity, we predicted a lot of feelings and we're warming up our brains for what we're about to discuss next. Okay. So in this activity, you had to predict what someone you knew would feel. Predicting means thinking in advance about what might happen. If you predicted correctly, what do you think about that helped you, made you, I'm going to read that one more time because I told you I wouldn't be perfect in this lesson. If you predicted correctly, what do you think about that helped you make the correct prediction? And I think a lot of times we think about being in that situation. For me, I think about being in the situation and how I would respond, and I know that you could probably see that, so give me a thumbs up if you agree. And then today you're going to practice predicting how people might feel in different situations. In our second step lessons, we're going to talk about empathy. And it looks like it says, who remembers what it means to have empathy? If you remember what it means to have empathy, touch your brain. We've talked about it a lot, so I bet you do. It means to feel or understand what someone else is feeling. Thinking ahead about how our actions might affect other people will help us have more empathy for others. All right, so now we're ready for the videos. We're going to watch videos on predicting feelings, and here we go. And so I'm going to escape what I'm doing right now, and I'm going to go to secondstep.org because Miss Grant forgot to have this open for us, and that's okay because that happens sometimes, no big deal. Okay, so we're going to wait for it to open up, and then while we're waiting, we're going to watch a video about a boy named Lucas and how he tries to make his cousin feel included in his new school. And Lucas is not quite sure how to do it. And we're going to look for clues to show how each person is feeling. Okay? So I'm going to go over here, go to grade 5. And this is like real life. We're just going to wait for it to come up. Here we go. And then we're going to go down. Here we go. We're going to go to lesson number 4 because that's what we're doing. And we're just going to wait for it to load. And then we're going to go to View Lessons Streaming Media. Okay, and then we're going to watch these videos. Okay, this is video part 1. Okay. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys one more time. We're going to watch a story about how Lucas tries to make his cousin feel included in his new school, and he's not quite sure how to do it. And we're going to look for clues that show how each person is feeling. Okay?
My mom is sick, so I'm staying with my Aunt Letty and cousin Lucas. I'll be staying a while, so I'm going to go to his school.
My cousin Aaron is staying with us for a while. He'll be going to my school, but he's in a different class.
It's kind of weird staying with them. Lucas and I get along pretty well, but we're really different. He's always wanting me to shoot hoops with him. I'm not that into sports, especially basketball. I'd rather read or play a video game.
So today is Aaron's first day at my school. My mom says I have to make him feel welcome. I mean, I'm glad he's staying with us. I just don't want to be responsible for him all the time. Come on, I made it so you can be on the other team. Let's play.
Okay, so now we're going to think about how Aaron might be feeling about starting at a new school and how you can tell. So I feel that Aaron might be nervous, shy, worried, and you can tell because he looks sad, uncomfortable, and he sounds like nervous or shy. Give me a thumbs up if you agree. And then the other question asks, how does Lucas feel about having his cousin go to school? I think he feels conflicted, but he's glad to have Aaron stay with them, but he doesn't want to be responsible for him all the time. If you agree, give me a thumbs up. And then it asks, what did Lucas try to do to help his cousin fit in at school? And he arranged for him to play basketball with him and his friends. If you thought that was a good idea for him to do that, give me a thumbs up. I think that it's always a good idea to include people in activities that you might do. But you also have to make sure you remember to think about how other people might feeling. Shake your head or nod your head, no or yes, if you thought that Aaron looked like he was having fun with the basketball. I'm seeing a lot of people nod your head no, and you're right. He wasn't having fun playing basketball. When you make plans or decisions that will affect another person, you need to consider how that person might feel about it. And this is called predicting feelings. If Lucas had tried to predict how Aaron would feel about playing basketball, I wonder what he would have realized. He probably would have realized that Aaron wouldn't want to play basketball, and then it might have been embarrassing or uncomfortable for Aaron to play a game he's not good at on his first day at his new school. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the next 2 questions, and we're going to think about how we used that previous slide to predict a lot of feelings to help us. So I'm wondering what Lucas could do to help himself predict how Aaron would feel about playing basketball. So if he did that, he probably would have remembered that Aaron doesn't like basketball. He could have tried to imagine how he would feel if someone wanted him to do something he didn't like. He could have tried to imagine what it would feel like to have to start at a new school. He was kind of thinking about himself, and I think that's a normal thing to do. When you are in your own environment and somebody new comes in, kind of like his cousin moved, he wasn't really thinking about how it affected his cousin. He was thinking about how it affected him, and he didn't want to be responsible for him. So I think that Lucas needs to think about what he can do to make Aaron feel more comfortable. If you agree, give me a yes. Good. So he could have introduced Aaron to some kids who were playing a game he might like. He could have made a plan to do something with Aaron that he knew Aaron would like doing. He could have taken Aaron to the library and showed him around. So now let's see what Lucas does during the next day. All right, are you guys ready for the next video? Here we go. All right, I'm gonna go backwards one more time. Okay. Here we go. We're gonna watch video part 2.
Hey Aaron, we're gonna play basketball again, but if you don't want to play, I know a group of kids who go to the library during recess. Do you want to meet them?
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay, so it sounds like he was able to predict Aaron's feelings and he could help him, which is awesome. Alrighty, guys. Okay. So it looks like we might need to keep it like this. Okay, so now we're going to watch a Brain Pop Junior on empathy, and we're going to do the quiz. And we're going to see how that helps us to understand how we can even get better at predicting feelings, just how Lucas and Aaron were able to work with each other. Okay? Here we go. Okay, here's the empathy one. And sometimes it's really loud to start with, so I'm going to see if we need to turn down the volume. I'm going to try it to see.
No, Moby, this isn't a gift for you. I made it for Tasha. She's feeling sad right now. So I wanted to show empathy and help cheer her up. Empathy is understanding the feelings of another person. Being aware of your own feelings can help you understand other people's feelings.
One thing this made me realize is if we really put ourselves in someone else's shoes and we notice how they're feeling, we make them feel so cared for. And I want you to think about how if something happened to you and nobody paid attention to how you were feeling, you wouldn't feel very cared for or loved. So empathy is a way to show that you care and love people and you really care about them. And so it's really important to pay attention to how our friends are feeling and how our family is feeling. It just makes you have better relationships, and then when you are feeling upset or you're feeling uncomfortable, people can make you feel better too. Okay, so let's keep watching.
Good question, Moby. How can you be aware of your own feelings? When you're going through a strong emotion or feeling, think about how your body acts. Well, when I'm happy or excited, I smile and laugh. Sometimes I even bounce a little or do a dance. When I'm angry, my face turns red and I talk louder and faster. I make fists with my hands. When I'm sad, I cry and my chest feels heavy. I just want to be left alone for a little while. Since I know how I show different emotions, I can recognize the signs in other people. I can look at someone's face and body and think about the problem they might be facing. I can understand how they feel because I've felt the same way too. That's empathy. When you notice someone who is hurt, sad, or just having a hard time, imagine switching places with them. How would you feel? What can you say or do to show that you understand and care about their feelings? Think about what makes you feel better when you're upset. Maybe you can do or say the same things to help someone feel better. How can you show empathy? One way to show empathy is to be a good listener. When you see someone going through a strong emotion, you can ask if they'd like to talk about it. If they share, pay attention and listen carefully. Look into their eyes. Nod your head when you agree, and don't interrupt. When it's your turn to talk, focus on them and say kind and encouraging things. Think about what people have said to make you feel better in the past and share them. Sometimes people might not feel like talking, and that's okay. You can show support just by being there and being a good friend. Tell them that you'll listen whenever they're ready. Compassion is kindness, caring, and wanting to help someone in need. Empathy is about understanding how someone feels, and compassion is about helping them feel better. When you see someone going through strong emotions, think about how you can help. Be a good friend by showing compassion. Do something to help them feel better, like giving a compliment or kind words. Compliments can be encouraging and help people feel better. If you see someone feeling frustrated with a problem, you can offer your thoughts and work together to solve it. If you see someone feeling lonely and left out, you can invite them to do something fun. Tasha is feeling sad, so I made her a little gift to help cheer her up. We all know what it's like to feel sad, angry, lonely, or hurt. So we should show empathy and compassion for people who are going through uncomfortable feelings. Think about what would make you feel better if you were them. Try to put yourself in their shoes. No, Moby, you don't actually wear their shoes. Wait, are those my shoes?
So good. Okay, awesome. So we're not going to do the quiz today because we're going to run out of time. So today we talked about and practiced predicting other people's feelings. It's important to predict other people's feelings and also how you make them feel is because you don't want to hurt other people's feelings. It's respectful, and that's part of having empathy. And we've talked about that in other lessons, how respect equals empathy. And you can get along better with others if you think about how your actions affect them, and you can also avoid making a mistake. So I want you to think about one time today when it might be important to predict other people's feelings. You can think about maybe being at school, being with your friends, being at home, being with family, and seeing if you can predict feelings and be there for someone. And think about what you would want if you were feeling a certain way. Okay? We have a book right here called You, Me, and Empathy. If your teachers want to listen to it, we're not going to have time today because it's already been 29 minutes and our lesson is 30 minutes long. So I'm going to really quickly show you our extended practice. So these are some extra things that you can do. So you don't have to be a wizard or know magic to predict what people are going to do. You just need to know a few tricks, and they have to do with thinking about how others might feel. With an adult family member, you can read the list of predicting tricks below and try out your tricks with your adult to predict how each other might feel in the scenarios listed on the chart. So think about what you know about the person, how the action might affect the person, think about how the person might react, and think about how you might react in the same situation. And there's some practice, so we can actually try one. So it says your adult found a broken plate in the garbage. Your adult might feel maybe angry, upset, sad, disappointed. And I know that you guys are probably thinking about situations with your family where they maybe felt upset and what you did to fix the situation. And that's exactly what predicting feelings is. Okay, so we're going to stop our lesson here because it's been 30 minutes. I loved being a part of your lesson today, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye.